Twitch to make sure I am indeed live. Twitch to make sure I am indeed live. There we go. Always gotta make sure of that just in case. There we are. Oh god, I should probably put up the Streamlabs in the background just in case we do have someone who pops in to have a chat. Oh Christ, Agent 17, you are quick, my friend. Well, if you're wondering what kind of sleep was that, that was no sleep at all. Unfortunately, I got to a point where I was like, I'm not gonna get enough sleep, am I? And unfortunately, the only solution to this seems to be that I'm just gonna have to take a siesta in the middle of the day now, because there's actually a few things I need to get done this morning. So I thought, why not? I'll just do a laid-back stream for a couple of hours, go out and do stuff, and then I'll probably end up collapsing during the middle of the day, and then regretting it terribly. We'll see. And hey, you can't complain, man. This is just more juice for you. The more I stream, the more juice you get. Oh Christ. Nah, but if there's anything that you can pass the time with, it's definitely Minecraft. You blame Cuphead and yourself. Yep, it's all your fault. Christ. Nah, I wouldn't worry. Luckily I'm pretty free on time as of recent. You know, the summers are usually not too busy for me. So what are you up to anyway? I imagine it's just after 12 where you are, isn't it? Well, at least I ain't getting that annoying server lag that makes the stairs turn around. I can actually build things. It's good fun. I swear I can hear things in the background there. It's weird. Oh dear. Oh, it's 1 AM there. Jeez, yeah. Christ, it's 6 AM for me. It's like I said, it's gotten to that point where it's like, if I go to sleep now, I'm gonna miss most of the day. Just gotta take a power nap later. Christ. Nah, if you need to go to bed, don't worry about me. Good news though, with that latest stream, I've actually gotten the 3 average viewers per stream now. So I think once you get that, you don't need to maintain it. So I can stream Minecraft just myself, and it won't matter, luckily. So I'm just gotta get those 50 followers, and then we are there, baby. We got this. I swear I can hear something, as if there's like a fucking villager kicking about. It's really weird. Oh dear. Oh god. Am I some sort of teacher? No, I'm just in between things currently, really. That's why I've got so much free time. I've still got the a part-time job on the go, but I mostly do that on the weekends. Luckily for myself, I don't need to do it too often, because it's not only is it something I don't particularly enjoy, it's fairly well paying. Oh, do you have a little a cat yourself? That's good. What are they called? Me and my girlfriend, we have two kittens named Mabel and Daisy. Yeah, pain in the arse, but love those cats to death. Oh dear. What should we I don't know, I just sort of came into the world and I just sort of started building. It's one of these sort of streams where I'm just gonna be doing random stuff as per. There's not really any I swear I'm missing oh yeah. Wow. We have four now. I think I was getting a host there from oh Christ, what was his name? The sushi bloke. Oh my god, Sushi. Oh, he seemed like a nice bloke. Aye. But then again, his stuff is a lot different from mine. I mean, oh, what was he doing? League of Legends or something like that. I imagine people who watch that aren't overly interested in Minecraft, unfortunately. And like I said, I mean, it's a low energy stream. I'm mostly doing this to pass the time, just to... Ooh, from an outside litter. That's blue terracotta I'm using. So come on then, is he or she? Got to give me names as well. And does your cat have a Twitch account? Because they're not following me. I need those 50 followers. Oh dear. There we go. Oh dear, so not quite a wildcat then, but quite similar. No, I get you. I don't know, we don't really have too many wildcats over here. I mean, for the most part, never really have cats in the wild that weren't coming from domesticated litters to begin with, you know. It's usually just a case of bad owners if that happens. I mean, that's unless you go like really far up north. Then sometimes you see that sort of thing. Right, so this is when I start bringing this across. Nice and easy. Yeah, I think Christ, I think my Streamlabs must be a bit behind there because the viewers keeps like fluctuating. I was talking to you and it still said 0. I do think I should explain to the people on here, just 5 years. If you want to stick around, I will be taking a little fly around this world, by the way. There are some very interesting things to see, but in general it's quite a relaxed stream, so you'll have to stand by. Nothing too spectacular going on just yet. Gotta get that there. Yeah, just gotta keep an eye on that design. It's like, it doesn't matter if you get a few things out of place, but I like to make sure that my designs are at least somewhat consistent. Always helps. I mean, sometimes I do worry about the church being a bit overshadowed. You're not going to see designs, but I'm probably going to leave this front entrance open, and I mean, come on, that tower's massive. It's not as if that's gonna get hidden away. I mean, these are big buildings, but not that big. Just bring them right across. Put our pillar supports. No, but speaking about the actual viewer counts, getting that 3 average viewers, I mean, after Endless did his raid, it's like, I went from barely getting 2 viewers a stream to actually getting a few. It's been really nice, having a few new people in. I think wondering about this little village, I suppose it will be a town in future, but it kind of wraps around a hill. Haydenborough, which is what this name is it's quite a posh area. Very rich people live here. That's why they've got these massive townhouses to live in. Oh, Cold Brave. Oh god, that's a good name actually. No, I like that. It's just that first thing that came to my mind was the Pixar movie. What was it, Pixar? I'm sure it was Pixar that done Brave. A wee Scottish cat. Great, what else is there? Braverman. Oh, it was a she-cat in disguise. Very good. And I'll make a man out of you. There's definitely some weird sounds I can hear in my headphones. I'm really confused. It genuinely sounds like I've got like a villager somewhere, but he's hidden. Just yeah. It's the only noises they make. Just yeah. I don't know if that's even audible to people on chat, or whether you'd have to have your sound up really high to hear that. But it's somewhere out there. I can hear him calling me. Yeah, we're probably gonna finish this building up. Just give it a roof. It's a really simple one. It's about as simple as these buildings get, to be honest. And then we're gonna probably do what I do most of the time in this world. I honestly just spend probably at least 40% of the time just floating about looking at what I've built. That's why nothing gets done. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so now I've got to do the roof, which is a right pain in the arse. How does this design go? Okay. I can never memorize these things. There's too many different types of design. Usually the best method is just to copy what's necessary, and then anything that can be changed that you can make a bit more modular, you should. Yeah, it's right on there. Just on the edges. That's fine. And it's got a bit of a... Yeah, it's got the peaked roof. None of this 45-degree angle nonsense. I don't know. I think the peaked roof looks a lot better than 45-degree angle. But then again, you can see I've sort of mixed them up there. Sometimes that helps sort of break up the modular feel. Get this out of the way. There we are. If you're wondering if anyone is new here, wondering why I'm talking so quiet, it's actually because it's 6 AM for me here, and I really don't want to wake up my girlfriend, because she would be very, very mad. Very mad. There we go. I probably won't need any more of the Oh Jesus, it's Sushi Man. I'm sorry if I keep calling you weird shit. Yeah. Sorry if I missed that comment there from you. Oh Christ, I'm really glad you're in chat, by the way, because Christ, I have got a treat for you. Would you mind giving me another message in chat there, just so I know that you're active? Because basically this is a world that I've been building for about 3 years. About 3 years of work has went into this, and it is it's just an ongoing project that has no end goal. Just fun. Oh, you're still here, that's so good. Right, because what I'm gonna do is, after I've finished this roof for this building, I am going to take you on a whirlwind tour of this world. I love showing people around this world, honestly I do. Just got to get the rest of it done. Yeah, I don't know how much you've caught so far, but this place here is basically called Haydenborough, and it's a nice little posh town that's right on the edge of a larger city, and the city is what I'm gonna treat you to after this. Now, I was actually wondering a bit earlier there whether because I know, is it League of Legends you stream? I'm sorry if I'm getting that completely wrong, but it's not something I particularly watch myself. I was wondering if anyone who watched your channel would really be interested in Minecraft, but mine's is a creative world. There's a lot more to it than just it's probably a lot more different from what you'd see from most people who would stream Minecraft. Just gotta finish off the rest of this. Oh, you still feed the outside cats sometimes, and the cute little kitties. Oh dear. I bet you wish you could just adopt them all, but Christ, that is some commitment right there. Oh yeah, is League the only thing you streamed? I'm sorry, I haven't caught any of your streams since then. But no, despite the fact that I had no clue what was going on, no, I enjoyed it. That was good. Eight cats, Jesus Christ. Well, I hope they all got on well. Jeez, oh. Hello, Flip17. I can only guess you must know Sushi, since you're assuming he knows you. Welcome. There we are. And that's pretty much going to be me for that one. Gonna call that a day. Oh, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I love that game. I was considering streaming it because I've recorded like it's kind of like on hiatus now, but I had a playthrough going of the original one, and I was thinking about streaming it. The problem is, when I record it, it's like it has such a weird windowed mode, obviously because it's, you know, old game, but no, I'm gonna have to catch up playing that. I love that game. I love the KOTOR games, they're brilliant. They stayed for a while before we put them back out. This one let us pet her. Oh, that's adorable. Be brave. Oh god. Righto, let's get into the if I just tab out there. well, let's get into the main tour here. Because we have Sushi in, a new guest. Yeah. Yeah, so many 17s, yeah. Since we have new guests, it is mandatory that I show you around the world. So, like I was saying, this is Haydonborough. Haydonborough is sort of like a upper class town that's on the edge of a much larger city. Now, the much larger city, which is in that direction, is called Brondholm, and Brondholm is the real gem of this server. So actually no, because the last time I did a server tour, I was doing my absolute best not to show people Brondholm until the end. But I'll let you decide, right? Do you want to see Brondholm first, or should I do the full tour and then finish it off with the grand jewel? It really depends on how much time you have, because it could honestly take like an hour to show you around. Oh my god, yes, Tallboy. Oh, Angus, my friend, how are you? I'm not gonna lie, I was considering not streaming, but I specifically decided to, because I thought you might pop in, because I checked what time it was in Australia. Sounds a bit sad, but honestly, I have desperately wanted to show you this world. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, you and Sushi, you both have to tell me, do you want to see the grand city, or do you want the full tour? Oh dear. No, when me and my girlfriend were deciding to get a kitten, it was kind of I was a bit averse to it, because at this point, like, I'd had pets, but I'd never really had to take care of one, and oh my god, it was a great decision. Honestly, you just get used to it, and Christ, I love my cats now. Oh god. Oh Christ, yeah. You've both gone for the grand city. Okay, well, let's have a good look then. So Brondholm, this is the crown jewel of the server. If I haven't explained it so far while I'm going up this lovely mount here, this server is the culmination of 3 years of work, originally coming from Minecraft on the 360, then changing over to Xbox One, then finally moving it over to a Windows 10 version. I'm actually doing my best not to reveal it too much. And yeah, so a lot of work has went into this. This is actually a flatlands, so I have to build my own hills. It is too much work, but there you go. I get things done eventually. But yeah, let's just take a fly into the big city here. Oh, so many things. I will put a little disclaimer. Not every building you will see is my own design. The 3 main buildings that we will see in the city centre here are actually off of YouTube, because this is back when I was just starting out. Pretty much everything else though is mostly mine. But I'm just gonna fly around oddly. Oh, you put flea treatment on them today. Oh, Christ. Oh, blind cats. It's cute because they can't run away. Oh, do. Yes, because this is originally from an Xbox save, every single block you see had to be done by hand. There was no MC edit in this. So just imagine how completely devoid of social life I must be. Oh, and the most impressive building, because there's some really nice buildings in here. It's a shame I don't have a bit of a further draw distance. That'd be really nice. The most impressive building is probably the Cathedral, and it's a work in progress, but it is It is one of my most proud designs. There we go. So originally I was thinking about basing this design off of the Cathedral in Cologne, but that pretty much went right out the window, and I decided to go for an original design. As you can see, these large towers with their what meant to be little statues in them, but it just looks kind of weird. It's good enough though, isn't it? Good enough. As we come around the side there, you have to have your classic massive windows. It's a weird circular tower that hides the corner. Oh, Kleisa, I'm liking these names, by the way. Victor, Muddy. That's very good. Oh, sorry you had to go, Sushi. I will see you around. But yeah, not gonna lie, a lot of work goes into this, and still an absolute fuck ton of work to go into it still, it would seem. Christ. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could give you a really in-depth tour, but let's face it, unless you want to spend the next few hours on this stream, we could never get round to it all. I really like these main squares. If you're wondering, this building, the Red Victorian building, this monstrosity, and the White Beauty there, those are all universities. A lot of these buildings are residential, but many of them have specific uses that I've assigned to them. And this one here is the town hall. Obviously we have the a church here. I like church design. What can you say? I'm not particularly religious, but at the same time, can't beat a good church for design. Oh god. Oh, sorry, Sushi. I thought you were saying see you around to me. I think you were saying bye to Flip 17 there. I didn't catch that. Yeah. Unfortunately, there has been several accidents. There have been multiple times where I've actually lost quite a lot of progress on this world. This building I'm currently showing you now, this actually burned down, and I had to rebuild it, just remembering what it looked like. There's even a building actually that's quite recently when I just before I switched over to Windows 10 version, and Christ, I'll have to rebuild that soon. You can see this is my attempt at building something that's similar to oh Christ, what is it? It's like the roads, the massive statue that would sit over the bay at Rhodes. This is kind of like my reinterpretation. Yeah. This is called the Guardian Gate. A lot of these buildings have a very like if I show you the back of these buildings specifically, you notice that I do tend to do modular design. I just try and mix it up in that sense. Like a lot of these have sort of like squares that I just turn into nonsense. And it works though, it really does. It's a winning design philosophy. But yeah, that's the main city. I pretty much flew over most of it. There's not too much you're missing. You get a glance at everything. Kind of got the arena there. All that sort of rubbish. Oh Christ! How did it burn? Well, basically I don't do interior design. Like most of these buildings are completely empty. However, there are very few that I actually do put an interior to. And some I put a fire in. Now, this isn't a problem. One, because I've safely sealed it, and two, because I'm pretty sure my settings are so that fire doesn't spread. However, there must have been a time or two where I accidentally turned the fire to spread on, and havoc hath ensued. That's pretty much how that goes. Yeah. Oh no, I just saw do your buildings have interiors? For the vast majority of them don't. Like the vast majority. Some of them do. I'm not gonna lie, if I did interiors, like No, that would be too ridiculous. This is a one-man project, by the way. Like, like, I wouldn't be over-exaggerating if I said 99.9% of the blocks in this world were placed by me. You know, I've had very little help. Mostly because people come in and look at it and go, nope, I am not getting involved with that, because I'll never leave. Oh god. I like Doodlebug, that's a good cat name actually. Murray was found Christmas, so we named him Murray. Jesus, Murray Christmas. I don't. That would be cringy if it weren't so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna take you guys to where I originally started this server. This castle town is called Halfsburg. Now, this gate right here is the very first thing I ever built on this server. So that would have been 3 years ago or more, and that would have been quite close to the time that. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been too close, but yeah. Oh, I was thinking it would have been further back than then, but yeah, this is sort of like where the server stemmed out from. Sort of like this funky castle design. Everything's unfinished, obviously, because Christ, I have a lot of spare time, but maybe not quite that much spare time. Yeah, Halfsburg is on the coast next to the this large lake. It's not really a sea, it's more of a lake. This ship you're seeing isn't my design. I'll put that out there, but let's face it, I saw it on YouTube and I was like, damn, I need to have that in my world. It is beautiful. And it's mostly the same with the other ships. I'm not particularly good at building ships. Give me a nice building any day, I can do that, but when it comes to ships, I suck. You'll notice Halfsburg has these weird things outside. These are actually meant to represent graves. Yes, the people of Halfsburg have seen many thousands of years of war. They're a hardy people, what can I say? Oh Christ, I wouldn't have thought you'd missed too much there, Angus. Probably just a little bit of the Halfsburg. Yeah, the ships are really good. I'm just ashamed they're not my design. But I'm going to show you the world map actually now. So if you can remember, when I started off the stream, I was in Haydenborough, and Haydenborough is this little village at the moment here. It'll probably be a larger town, but that's where we started. Okay, so we moved up and over to Brondholm. Now Brondholm's this large city. Ooh, this large city here. Sorry if I'm a bit odd on the controls. I'm trying to use a controller and it just doesn't feel right. So you can see the cathedral, sort of like the main sort of squares. We went over to Halfsburg, which is on the coast here, and we're now currently in the half mountain. I only bothered building the front of it because well, you won't see the back, and plus it takes too long to build this sort of stuff. Oh Christ. Your house is surrounded by cats constantly trying to invade, man. They're gonna murder you and take over your house. That's what's gonna happen. Oh god. But yeah, so we have the half mountain. There's lots of crop fields on the other side of this. This is Faradale. That's kind of like the center of the crop fields. And then we move over. I've tried to build some forests and all that sort of interesting stuff. There are absolutely tons of little villages all over the place, by the way. So if you come down through the forest and out again, we come to Inchley, which is sort of like a fortified town on the edge of Brondholm. And if you're wondering how big Brondholm is going to be, it's actually going to be incredibly massive. You can kind of see this these dots. These are actually towers in its defensive wall, so you can kind of see how they sort of wrap around it there. Another big project I have in the south is Hjalets. Now Hjalets is on the sea. Now this is going to be an actual sea, because since Minecraft moved on to PC and updated on Xbox One, I actually have a ridiculous amount of space to build in. So yeah, it's going to be literally on the ocean pretty much. And you can see I have a lot of outlines of buildings yet to be built. There's some that have, but no, that's a very cool place that we might be able to go and have a look at. Anything underground, caves and alike? Unfortunately not. When I first built this server, I wasn't expecting to really turn it into a large world. I was only really being like in the mindset that I'd build a castle and that'd be about it. So I decided to build it on flatlands just because that's easy to build. So I literally only have 3 blocks down. So any height has to be upwards. Can't really go downwards, unfortunately. It's like even the sea is going to be 3 blocks deep. It's kind of shitty, but I'm not particularly computer savvy enough to fix that issue. Perhaps if some Minecraft wizard one day catches my stream, they can help me move this onto like the JavaScript version, and then I can start using like fucking Minecraft edit, so I can just build the mountains with like easy clicks and all this sort of rubbish. Be great. Defensive towers. I was referring to these sort of dots, and there's not really much to see, because unfortunately they are they're basically just blueprints at the moment. I mean, obviously I kind of skimmed over it, but obviously you saw Halfsburg, which is the castle town that I started this world off with. So really the design was it's not a really brilliant design, but the thought was, you know, you come through the gate. Obviously you have 2 portcullises. That's mandatory. I didn't really take advantage of the kill zone, but what can you do? Then you'd come down this narrow path surrounded by houses, and then you'd have archers wailing down upon you from pretty much every flank of these towers. Once again, 2 portcullises. This time I did create a murder hole, and we even have arrow slits, so this area is pretty much a death trap. If you get past that, you come up the stairs, more arrow slits, and frankly, if you're not dead by now, I didn't do enough good enough job. That's pretty much the thought that went into this, and I suppose you could call these lookout towers because they're so tall. Aha! I really wish I could make the render distance larger, but it's this world is based off of an Xbox server, so yeah, it is what it is. Luckily, it doesn't negate too much from the world. But actually thinking about it, there are a few I could show you Inchley, which is mostly a fortified little town. Actually, these ones here are really nice as well, if you like that. This is it's almost like a district of Brondholm called Harley, and it's on its own little island. But I really like the design. It's all about the roofs, the red roofs there. But it's just these 2 bridges and the gates. It's really nice. I think that's a nice view, if you get me. If I go further into Harley, there's this lovely church called well, it doesn't have a name. What I was gonna say is this church is actually based off a real life church in Finland. It's the church at Kajani. That's Kajani. It's a beautiful, like, Finnish Lutheran churches have some great designs, and that's what I kind of based this off of. I don't know, I think you can get a lot of inspiration from real architecture. That's pretty much all you need. I would go for fantasy stuff, but I just don't have the eye for it. There we go. I was going to take you to Inchley because It's also sort of like a little fortified place. Doesn't quite have the same aesthetic, but it's certainly a walled town. It's got a nice little design as well. I like the light roofs. Can be a strange one, but it just have a really simple, several gates on each side. As you come to this side, I've not built it, but there'll be a bit more of a fortified area over here, where you'd have like some sort of general who sort of commands from this outpost. Ooh, you really enjoy fortifications. Yeah, me too. There are basically, this world kind of has a lore to it, and there's a particular castle that I've imagined up that I really want to build. The only problem is that its location is kind of on a cliff. So it's like I would actually have to build the cliff. So yeah, love the idea, not particularly looking forward to try and realize it. If I actually take you back into the yeah, every one of these locations, by the way, all the villages and towns, they all have names. If I plop back down here, sort of an odd path design. This is the one that just looked most natural to me. It's a shame it's so flat. Yeah, so I have these little signposts that sort of help. So Faradale is just the little village you can see there. Halfsburg obviously is the large castle. Talan and Randalton I can show you just now. Like I said, do tell me if you don't have enough time to stick about for too long, because there's a lot more magical buildings to see. I like to make it at least so that each sort of place has one spectacular building. Sometimes a town or a little village is a bit too small for that sort of thing, but you gotta add in something wacky everywhere, haven't you? So we're coming up to Lan, which is actually a fortified town as well, and it's actually home to Horse Lords of the Grasslands, and to House Buradane. It's a very fortified area. But I do like the rounded tower design. The rounded tower design is probably one of the better designs for fortifications I have. I sort of mixed in the sort of square towers because I felt it'd make more sense, because there's kind of going to be a cliff coming off to the side. We'll see how that works. And like I was saying, this is sort of home to Horse Lords, and you'll have to forgive me. That is meant to be a horse. That's pretty much the best I can do in Minecraft. You'd come into this four-way gatehouse that sort of sections off the four parts of the town, being between the sort of like the merchant quarters, which is really where all the rich people live. Then you've got the, sort of like the peasants area, and then up this way we're going into the main castle where sort of like the lords live. So if we float back, because I believe it would take quite a while to walk all the way there. I do like to follow the paths though. Like, I try and make the paths as scenic as possible. Sometimes it's best to travel the paths of a world rather than just fly across it. This is Laura Lewin. This is one of the very early buildings early towns that I built. I should say village. It's quite a minuscule place. But like, this was back when I used to do buttons as decoration. It's just, I kind of love the aesthetic. It's really nice. And it's also home to one of the few buildings in the entire world where I've actually bothered to do the interior for. There you go. It even has a balcony. I'm sure if I had a better render distance, this would be a lovely view. There we go. No, you can never leave. There is no leaving. And might I say, the longer you stay, the more juice you collect, and juice is a precious commodity. Yeah. I like to feel that every town has its own sort of feel, and I suppose Lower Lewin for me has a lovely feel. Mainly because, well, it's got this nostalgic feel because it's one of the first places I built. I don't know why I always get like an Oblivion vibe whenever I walk about this sort of area. But no, I'll take you to Randalton, and really the best, the only reason I like to take people around every single little town is because I try and get every single little town to have its own sort of unique design. Ugh. And usually that's mostly done by colour palette. But I like Randalton. It's got these really nice sort of upper class buildings. Even the lower class buildings have these it's a really nice design in my opinion. I think it really works. It's almost a Tudor type design. Yeah. And actually this hill sort of goes up. You can see obviously I've not built everything, but there will be sort of like a castle on top there. Randalton being ruled by House Grant. House Grant has its origins with what's it called, a hedge knight who saved the Lord of Canondor. Canondor is the castle upon the cliff, and this knight in his brave actions saved Canondor from quite a grueling siege, and that's kind of how he gained this land and built his settlement upon it. If I take you back across the water here, the Great Lake, we come to Oldergard. Now, Oldergard is going to be quite a large town. Not too much to see here just yet. This is actually based off of the Oblivion buildings and Shading Hall, if you know what I'm talking about. It kind of went to plan, but it kind of spawned the style of this place. I like it. It's good. They've got this sort of like massive sort of housing area with its little building center there, a lighthouse, and also quite a massive arena. They do like their combat sports here. It's like it has all the seating and then all the action happens in that tiny little bit in the middle there. It's like ridiculous. Christ. So when does the Tangerine RPG come out? Oh Christ, it would come out yesterday if it was my choice, honestly. Oh god. I would genuinely love to be part of like some sort of game development team, but the same reason it's like I don't have any of those skills, you know? I've got all the ideas but none of the actual practical skills, and that's well, that's real unfortunate. Maybe one day when I'm having my midlife crisis I'll be like, I'm gonna learn how to do that. Just start popping games out left, right and centre. Yeah, I always show this one. It's like a tiny speck compared to what I've shown you before, but it's like, it's such a compact design. I think it looks so nice. This is Drakehurst. It's home to the Raiders of the Great Lake, and these people are quite vicious, but they have this lovely little home where they sort of set up their base. I just think it's a really nice design. It's just a random island in the middle of the lake that just has these large towers, and don't worry, it's self-sustaining. I wouldn't forget. It's like, oh Christ, a castle in the middle of a sea. That's totally ridiculous. Oh, don't worry, they grow their own stuff. I'm sure that that representation of crops is totally 100% accurate. While we're at it, unfortunately there's quite a long span till we get to the next little town. It's a really large lake, and yes, just like the mountains, I have to build the lake myself, so a lot of TNT was used here. TNT in many buckets. Okie dokie. Well, we're going to take a little trip out to the Runic lands. Now the Runic lands are home to a different people, in a sense, to all the lands you've seen so far. There are civilized people, but they're very imperialist, so they're not afraid to come slaughter you for your land. Yeah, the runic people are harsh like that. But this is Valen. It is sort of a town on the marsh here. It's got kind of this unique townhouse design. I think it's really cool. And sort of an odd tower that just sprung out of nowhere. What can I do? I like building towers. So this will probably be a town built on many lakes. Think of it as Venice, but not Venice. Oh Christ. And do I do any tabletop such as Dungeons and Dragons? Unfortunately not. I've never really gotten into that. And then again, there's no one I really know that's into that as well, unfortunately. So it's like, even if I did decide to give it a go one day, I'd certainly have to seek it out. It's never really come its way to me. But luckily, we'll get to see another fortification here that is my favourite type of building, the floating building. Yeah, we're going to travel to Pit Hill, which is less of a pit hill, more of a floating hill at the moment. And this is sort of like the outpost for the runic people. It's just a castle floating in the sky at the moment. Yeah. So it will eventually make its way down to the ground, eventually. And obviously I'm going to have sort of like a town that springs around this citadel at the top. And this is more of really just a barracks. That's what these buildings hold. Loads of beds for the grueling soldiers to sleep. Training yards, and perhaps one day they will be unleashed upon the grasslands. Hopefully not a day soon, though. Not a day soon. Now I would have taken you further back, but we're gonna have to retrace our steps, because there's a small little building in the distance that I would like to show you, simply because I don't know, it's one of these buildings that's based off a real life building that I think it's cool. I don't know, I like incorporating real life architecture into my builds. So if you can open a separate tab yeah, and look up St. Catherine's Palace. That's in St. Petersburg. I made an attempt. Yes, an attempt to reincorporate this into my world. And you can tell me how well I did doing that. But it is quite a ways away, unfortunately. There's much trekking in this world. To be honest, I would have made it even larger if I could, but honestly, it's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to hire like a group of like 40 people just to help me build. Otherwise I'll never get done. Oh, you got to open on Google then. Okay, right. So you can actually tell me now which looks better, the real version or my version. There we go. How's that? Yeah, it's quite large. I've still got to build the rest of it. These outlines here are meant to be avenues, so I've sort of got plans for that. But yeah, my interpretation of St. Catherine's Palace. It's gonna be a monstrosity of a building when I get round to building some more wings of it. But Christ, it is massive, just massive. Oh god, though. But it is really nice trying to build buildings. It gets you in the mood, gives you new ideas as well. Because maybe you think a design doesn't quite look right, but then you try and build it in terms of like a real building. You're like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll incorporate that into my own designs. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah. Well, I hope it was pretty spot on. Christ. Spent too much time on these buildings. Yeah. But honestly, this is actually the capital city, or at least technically the runic lands are split into two sort of factions. So this is the capital in the I'm trying to think here. In the west. Now, the western side of the runic lands is a bit more... I would say the word civilized, but yeah. They're a bit more diplomatic in their outview, not totally invested in conquering. Where, however, the guys on the east, they're certainly a bit more warlike. They're a big fan of pillaging. How much time did I spend on that? Probably, honestly, maybe 3-4 hours in total. I know I built it in a couple of days, like over that sort of span. You know, it's just kind of, you know, doing a little bit and then coming back to it. You know? I don't think it ever takes me a huge amount of time to do a build that is based off something in real life. Like that one in particular is like, you know, it's not even finished. I could never really tell you how long it would take me to build something like that in one go. And what I tend to do is I build a little bit, then I'll go and piss off to the other side of the world and then build a little bit there. But while we're here, I'm actually going to take you around the ridiculously large lake, because we're going to go to a little town called Holland. Now, the fun thing about Holland is what it produces, and it sounds weird. What does Holland produce? It produces salt. Yes, I know. It produces salt. Being on the sea as it is, this is strangely not it's not a freshwater lake. How dare you think that? It's a saltwater lake, and as such, Holland has loads of time to distill all the salt they want and package it away. It's also home to quite a unique statue of a mermaid. Now you can tell me how mermaid like that actually looks. This is my own design. I'm fairly proud of it. It actually looks better from about this angle, but I put like a street lamp in the way. So there you go. But yeah, you've got these big distilling tanks. Gotta separate out that salt. To be honest, it's probably not how it would look. Usually you'd do it by gravity, and just you'd have like long tanks going along there. But hell, as fantasy as it is, I don't have to be super realistic. But there's sort of a mix. You get sort of these buildings on the island that sort of have these wooden looks, and then you come into a more Tudor design here. And then even on over here, this was actually when the new like the red brick came out, and I sort of wanted to try that in a new design as well. So there you go. That is my attempt to use that in a building. I think it came off pretty well. Oh dear. But yeah, I like the Tudor design. Christ. Yeah, it produces salt, just like League of Legends. Honestly, every time I think about it, yeah, it produces salt. A wee giggle. So we shall continue on. Now we're going to go to one of the larger cities in the north. Now, the north doesn't really have many large, like, mega cities in that sense, but it certainly has a few powerful towns, you know. And one of these is Eastfernord. Now, Eastfernord is, well, if I can ever find it, I hope I didn't fly on past it or something. No, there we go. Yeah, Eastfernord is, a lovely old city that sort of winds and has back streets and all these avenues. It kind of has this large it's not a castle per se. I mean, it will have fortifications that sort of lead you around this hill, but you know, it's a very simple design. And then we have sort of the winding streets that have yet to be built. As you can see, I have to do quite a lot of work to get this place to feel natural, because it is a little bit above ground. But a lot of nice designs here. It's a lot more fancy compared to a lot of places in some ways. See these corner buildings, sort of in this block design. There you go. Trying to use that red brick again. Exporting that design. And this is what I mean by winding streets. Now it really does get cramped through here as we come. That's a lovely sort of quarter circle house. and the two designs here. Whoo! Ah. Gonna give me early heads up. I'm gonna take off soon, but oh dear, no. I've got to give you like the whirlwind tour in like a couple of seconds. Christ. Whoo. Right. So there's probably 2 more areas that I need to show you. And when I say need, I mean they're probably the areas with the most interesting designs. We're passing by Thornfield, which is kind of home to nomads. Nomads is not the right word. Probably recluses. They kind of stick to their own thing. They got these lovely little hovel buildings. If I go up here, we're going to travel to the Great Lake in the Sky. Now, the Great Lake in the Sky is home to Varamar. Now, Varamar is an old town, sort of at the very edge of the Grasslands. Oh, Christ, Angus, I thought you'd left there. You were just so ashamed. You had to leave. No, how much did I work on this? Over a span of 3 years. This is genuinely what I'd pop on, just do a little bit of this, you know, every other day or something, you know, it's something I'd do to wind down. So honestly, a ton of time would have went into this. You can see that sort of design, this weird lake that I've built in the sky. Quick fun fact, this lake actually caused my game to crash, and I barely managed to recover it. Oh, right, doing work. No, someone's got to do some work. Yeah, Christ. No, I'm just doing the whirlwind tour. After the whirlwind tour, I'll probably be getting on with some more buildings. So as long as you don't get sick of my voice, feel free to have me on in the background. I won't be doing too much. And plus, you need to get my viewer count up, man. I think I actually did hit the 3 average viewers there the other day. I was happy about that. I just gotta get the 50 followers now. Speaking about that, Sushi, did you manage to hit the 50 followers? I know you were really close. You can see the village of Talmer here. Don't leave. I've just got 2 more places to show you. Maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. There's too much to show you. It's a bloody whirlwind. Oh, you got it during your stream tonight. That's brilliant. So that's your affiliate now, yeah? Hopefully you don't have to wrangle for that 3 average viewers like I did. Oh, Christ. No, I'm going to have to go and be your first sub now. Or if you got any subs, that'd be brilliant. We can see this is sort of like a very croppish area with this nice church. Christ, it's like I said, I'm a non-religious person, but I love building churches. What can I say? They have great architecture. We're going to follow this river, and we're going to go down to Hjalets. If you can just remember, Hjalets is actually the other very large city I was going on about. Whew. I feel like I'm racing against time. Oh no, you're fighting for the 3 average viewers. Oh dear. Well, what I did know is that you only have to get it once, I'm pretty sure. I think Angus, Tollboy there, was telling me that once you get the once, as long as you don't go 30 days without getting the rest of the achievements, that's pretty much you. And we've hit Hjalets, as you can see, a lovely church there. Could probably show you as much. It has like a parliament building. I think this is a truly lovely design. And this sort of outside, it's even got courtyards in this large centerpiece. You got the sort of the tenement buildings there. Ooh, and I'll just show you a few more of the building designs throughout the streets, and then you can be on your way. I'm just absolutely rushing. Oh Christ, there we go. Take you up the streets there. The design changes a little bit, but I really like Kjalar's because it's almost got this this warmer climate of a feel. So all these flat roofs, you kind of get that Mediterranean style. There we go. You know, it's very colourful. I like that. Just sort of simple designs. Obviously, you can see all these layouts here. There's going to be an absolute hell ton of buildings. But nothing mega spectacular except for maybe the lovely church and the Parliament building. I'm going to continue doing the tour, but if you've got to leave soon, man, would love to see you around soon. Oh, Agent 17, thank you so much for putting the Discord up there. I love having people over on the Discord, by the way. It started off quite barren, but got a few people on there now. Some nice fellas. Alright, I'll see you, Angus. It was good having you in. And maybe I'll catch you if you're streaming later. There we go. This is Sam. It's sort of like a market town and deals in a lot of fish. We were actually doing a stream here the other day. So these are two new buildings that I quite like. But yeah, it's going to be quite upper class for a town that eats a load of fish. What can I say? And literally, if we head up the stream, literally up the stream. Yeah, I do love that Parliament building. Honestly, it's it was one of those where I was like, I knew I had to build like a really nice big building there, but I wasn't sure what design to go for. I kind of went with my own design, and it paid off. It really did. This is Mayhole. Mayhole used to be quite a powerful area, but it kind of fell into disrepair. So it's got this sort of decrepit wall going around it, and this almost Norman style. It's not a castle. It's a Christ. I don't even know what you'd call it. Like a tower, fortification. Just, yeah. And obviously, it's mostly residential around here. Christ, I wanted to show you what was keeping me up. Actually, I think were you did you post something in the Discord? Christ, I feel bad for changing. Sushi, if you do need to go, honestly, it was lovely having you in there. It's always nice seeing familiar faces. Oh, that little kitty is so adorable. Oh. Oh, and Agent 17, I swear I asked you if you had Discord, but I didn't think you did. Oh. Can I has it? Can I has that kitty? It's adorable. Yeah, it's midnight where you are. You could watch the whole tour. I appreciate that. But yeah, you gotta get some sleep. I personally didn't get much sleep, if any. So at least someone has to. Okay, well, thank you so much for that, Sushi. Christ, you need to come back on. You need to come back on. I've actually been having some good luck with the Minecraft, so I probably will keep doing it every now and then at least. And hell, man, it's great to see you. Have a good one. Christ, is there anything else I have missed? Is there any other scraps of things out there? I mean, yes, there are, but probably won't be getting onto them today. Oh Christ, it's so annoying because I did recently have a bit of problem where there was some buildings and little outer areas that I'd built that kind of just disappeared. I don't know, the save just sort of must have corrupted and then it reverted to an old one, and now it's kind of like, I'm gonna have to rebuild that stuff again, You too, have a great night. Just No, my kitty. Aw. Oh well. If you don't give that lovely little kitty to me, I'm just gonna have to steal him. Or her. Is that brave? Aw. Got a soft spot for that kitten now. It's adorable. Your wife would not approve. Oh no, definitely not. Yeah, since our two special guests have unfortunately had to leave us, looks like we're just gonna get back to doing random rubbish. And just doing some odd bits and bobs around the map, really. Yeah, not much to do, unfortunately. It's all downhill from here. Make sure I don't stream longer than I have planned. Yeah, really, I'm probably at absolute most I'll be streaming for another hour. Really, I was just using this stream to pass the time until I needed to go and do stuff. Because, you know, you was at that odd point in the day where it's like, it's too early to do certain things. That is brave. Oh, adorable. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I just spend most of my time actually just messing about in the middle of the city. Other than that, there's not too many things to occupy myself with, unfortunately, unless I'm just gonna go make really big decisions. That's a problem. You feel like whenever you try to make a new sort of area, it's like, oh, this is a big decision now. But just gotta take that stab in the dark with it, really. This building over here. Almost forget what buildings are plopped in between. Oh no, I couldn't possibly do a kitty exchange. As much as my little kittens annoy me, I love them to death. I didn't realise I hadn't put the windows in for most of that. That's strange. It truly is. Maybe we'll go and do a little some of the Helsberg buildings, because yeah, it's one of the first places I started off on this server, and yet for some reason I've not given it much love since. So maybe it'd be a good idea to go and fill in some of these blank areas, even if that does mean I'm creating a horrific building that I'm gonna regret. Ooh, good. I thought I didn't have any juice there, but I did. Almost like a wee mini hydrate. Okie dokie. I can get back to being the Bob Ross of Minecraft here. I probably only want to go 3 up, to be honest. Keep this one nice and short. Not have too much height on it. See, I'm not walking on anything. This is ridiculous. Need to fix these bugs. There we go. And I'll just bring that around. It's really nice though. I'm gonna have to check, because I have noticed I've really had a lot more viewers recently for some reason. I don't know what's about. Because I'm checking up there and apparently I've got 4 viewers in. I don't know if those are lurkers or like Twitch bots. Every now and then I'll check my my chat bot, and it's like, oh god, I constantly see these Twitch bot names coming up. I'm like, Could you just not watch my stream? I'm just trying to I'm just trying to figure out how much people have watched here. Every now and then it's really I don't know. I almost find it flattering that I'll find like a genuine Twitch user in the comments, like who's been watching, but they've not actually said anything. They've just been lurking. And I don't know. I find that quite flattering. Like you'd continue to watch my stuff, but don't really feel the need to say anything. You just kind of put on. And there you go. Oh no, I have an absolute ridiculous amount of kitten photos I could put on Discord. I'm probably going to have to create a separate channel just for kitten photos at this point. Maybe that's what I should do, create another Twitch stream and just have it as my cats but 24/7. I'll probably get a ton more viewers actually. Be great. Yeah. Yeah, really low building this one. Might give it an overhang. Not sure if I've got enough room to do an overhang though. This little alley here. Yeah, probably almost definitely not enough room to do an overhang considering this alleyway. I mean, I already have one building that does. And it's a real shame. Like, I'm starting to think that I'm gonna have to stop backing these videos up on YouTube just so I can have music in the background. Because honestly, I thought about this and it's like I was backing up all the videos to YouTube and I didn't want to put any music in the background because oh no, I'll get copyright striked. But at the same time, it's like I personally find the music that you get in Minecraft really annoying, so I never have it on. But at the same time, I get the feeling as if people would also get a bit bored of listening to me yabber on for God knows how long. Yeah, Commander Root is almost definitely a bot. Shout Gamers. I'm not actually familiar with that one. I may have seen that in my my watches, but then again, where are you getting that from? Shouting into the void. Hello, anyone? No, it's just you, me, and some lovely bots, perhaps. Hey ho. Doesn't matter much to me as long as if there is any lurkers, if they're having fun. I do forget about these stripped ones. I can create like really light buildings now. That just looks ridiculously light. Actually, I'm probably gonna save that sort of design, because look, judging by how light toned that is, I could probably make some really interesting designs that I might want to keep for a unique area, and then just do pretty not generic, but you know what I mean. It's all got the same similar design. Just kind of a classic tangerine design. Oh Christ. You ask if anyone's here and then one of the bots leaves. Maybe we've scared away the lurkers. We've insulted them by calling them bots. Oh dear. No, come back. You must watch my stream. You must gather juice. That's it. I'm gonna plan world domination. And then everyone's gonna have to legally be required to watch my streams. Anyone with less than 100 juice by the end of the month will be incarcerated for treason. I don't know if this was the right move, putting in that sort of extra curve, but hey ho. It's not too bad. it doesn't hurt the design, let's put it that way. What could we have? Could we have something interesting, like maybe an interesting color design? Don't want to go for anything too wacky. Maybe if I go for jungle, because jungle's got a strange sort of color to it. One that I don't often use. Oh dear. Oh wow, age in 9.67 hours, my friend. That is impressive. And just bring it around. Yes, in your world you can plop these wherever you like. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Honestly, I think my Bob Ross impression is getting worse every time I do it now. Don't know if it's just I'm not trying hard enough. Maybe I'm just trying too hard. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I'm actually just gonna do the sort of like the frilly bits to it, and then afterwards I'm gonna add in the filler color. Maybe that'll help me figure out what'll look nice a little bit easier. Yeah, give that a nice bit of extra headroom there, and then we'll yeah, well, I suppose we'll just do the classic design. Can't hurt. It's a tried and tested one, isn't it? So, not bad. There we go. Oh, you're happy to keep me company. Oh, it's good to know. On the Fire TV, oh dear. No, that's good. It just gives you extra options, obviously. I pretty much sit at the computer for large portions of days when I've got nothing else to do, so Christ, if I did more things on the TV, maybe I'd actually have a bit of a better posture. Wouldn't be constantly hunched over this bloody desk. There we go. Like I said, I'm probably just going to actually I'm not going to do a curve design. I'm just going to do a really simple slab design, because honestly I use the curve design too much, and you don't want too much repetitiveness. There's absolute masses of combinations you can do. But sometimes you need to change up the design as well. Otherwise things get a bit too samey. Just a tad. Oh, rubbish. So now I've just got to figure out the filler colour for this building. We've got a grey and yellow next to it. So... Yeah, I would just do both. I just twitched twice as much, wouldn't it? Got to do overtime now. Christ. I kind of want to see what brown looks like, but I'm not convinced. It's just I don't want to go for too much of a wacky colour and then regret it. Yeah, I think I'm going to try the brown concrete, and if that doesn't work, I can always change my mind and go back on that one. See how that looks. I don't know, there's sort of ups and downs in this design. The brown sort of makes it look a bit more drab, which in some ways is sometimes nicer, simply because it gives it that more realistic tone. You don't want everything to be super wacky, but sometimes you need a bit wacky, you know? That's why I add in all these fancy yellow colours, green, blue, you know? What am I missing? I'm missing something. Was it the logs? Yeah. What am I not using? Probably those. Yeah. I'm just gonna bring these up one more just so I got a clearer understanding of where I'm going. I probably am gonna stick with that filler. Maybe when I add the windows in, it'll really stand out to me. Might look a bit nicer. Okay, it's great to see you back. Now this is going to be tough to pronounce your name because it honestly looks like you're going for the unknowns, just without a K. But no, how are you? It's good to see you back. I think I caught your follow. I really appreciated that, but I didn't see a comment. How are we? If you've I don't know if you've been watching for a wee bit. Maybe you've just popped in the now. But we're just doing some Minecraft building, nice and relaxed. If you haven't seen the world, do give me a shout. I've only just got done doing a tour, so we're just ready up for the next one. I absolutely love giving tours of my world because it is a labour of love. Yeah. Christ there. The unknowns. I had to make a new account. Christ. How did that happen? There we are. Yeah, man, what happened to your old account? Have I seen you on the channel before? Oh, you don't know. Oh dear. I hope it didn't just vanish out of the blue. I hate it when that happens. Oh dear. Yeah, just gotta add the extra little embellishments in. Nothing too special with this design. Just interesting palette. Some of it just complements what's around it, really. It's one of those buildings you put next to a really nice looking building just to be like, yeah, that building is really nice. Yeah, it's a shame. We'll give it a nice curving roof design. Not literally curving, but just one that's following the building round like that. There we are. Take away that block because that'll be hidden. Oh dear. And always remember to give it a bit of an overhang. If your roofs don't have overhang, I hope you know what you're doing because 9 times out of 10 that looks really ugly, at least in my opinion. It's incredibly subjective, but there's very few times where going for no overhang is the better option. Oh dear. Oh Christ. So yeah, so you had to put the the U in there for the fun. Oh Christ. No, but I don't think I'd seen you on the stream before in that username. It's a shame. Have you caught any before? I'd have to say though, more than welcome to stick by. Like I said, we're just having a relaxed stream on Minecraft here. Nothing special. I think this one keeps gluing to this one, so gotta get rid of that. Unfortunately. Okay, dokie. Right, so we're gonna have to come up with a design for this front panel. And also, what do we do in this area? Do we literally just bring up one more and then coat the inside? I think that might be what we do. Nice and simple. Oh dear. It's like I'm doing this building, but the question's racking my mind. The S. Oh dear. Oh, honestly, there I was confused because well, when you said I had to create a new account, I was just wondering. It's like, is this someone we've seen on before? It's like, oh Christ! Actually, no. The first thing that came to my head is we have a guy on here called Vlad. He's around here for most of the videos. I was like, oh Jesus Christ! Please tell me this is not another one of his accounts. Because I don't know why I get this sneaking suspicion that he has like 30 accounts, and that he follows me on every single one. To be fair, if he followed me on every single account he had, I'd probably have 50 followers by now anyway. Be great. I could only encourage that behaviour. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, don't get the wrong idea though. We like Vlad. Yeah, we're just gonna follow this up. Hopefully this ends up in a nice neat pattern by the end. Don't want sometimes it'll be a bit risky doing a curve in a roof. Sometimes you're best just not bothering. But in this particular case, I thought I'd give it a go. There we go. This bit we want to go down at. Slight hit and a miss there, but it's fine. It's fine-o. You think you messed up then? How did you mess up, mate? I'm sorry if I'm not following. Oh dear, oh dear. And just finish off the roof. There we go. Yeah, well, I think we were discussing that earlier again with Vlad. Like, you can change your username every 60 days. You should be able to at least. Not really tried that in practice, obviously. But I'm glad you're liking the build. Most of my buildings come in the same general style. It's kind of how it goes. There we are. The only thing to discover now, to figure out, is do I put in a windows? Do I not sure if I like that. Does that work? Maybe like that. I don't know. Yeah, I kinda like that. It's not too bad. Add in the concrete as well behind it, and try and finish that up. Yeah, nice and easy there. Good stuff. All very easy. Oh, you changed your own because it was just your name. Yeah. I don't know, some people like having just their names, but suppose one, it's not as fun, and two, sometimes there's a real big benefit to being anonymous on the internet. Not necessarily to annoy people. Yeah, I think some people take too much advantage of that, but yeah. Right, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that simple design. It's easy. It's easy to build and it's easy on the eye, so keep it going. A harg. There we go. Place everything down. And get the back going. And just the odd pieces here and there. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, nice and simple there. Yeah, it fits in really nice. I don't think I need to add any windows. I'll probably get away with it as it is. Yeah, I like it. Oh, Jesus, you didn't even plan on watching it, didn't you, got Twitch? Oh, man. No, Christ, I'm quite new to Twitch, to be honest, in a lot of senses. I don't know why, it was just one of these platforms that I never really considered. You know, obviously I really liked kicking about on YouTube, but honestly, since I've started doing Twitch streams, it's like Christ, the communities are great. You can find there's so much more instant sort of contact. You can talk to people really easily. I mean, Christ, it's so much better than YouTube in that sense. I mean, Christ, try having a conversation on YouTube just in the comments section. It's like a nightmare. Honestly. And to be honest, I have yet to run into a person on Twitch who was a complete asshole. Like, you get plenty of them on YouTube, but Twitch, Not yet. Yet to run into one of those people. So that's nice. Speak candidly there, I suppose. Just gonna pop down into this layer. Might as well window it off because I think there is a door and access. Sometimes I forget to do the windows, end up coming back and doing them later. Maybe I'll add a little hole to get up there. Yeah, that's nice. Boop. Sort of what I do these building streams for, just so I can get little bits like that out of the way. Because there'll always be these sort of plans that sort of line the area, but I never get any of them done. So even if I just build one house per stream, it's a success in my eyes. But jeez, oh. Oh Christ, anytime you checked out a stream it wasn't good before. Oh Christ, you must be hitting a bad streak. Like, don't get me wrong, I've ended up in streams that just aren't entertaining. Like, you can't really get much out of them. Like there's a lot of people who might stream from like a console or something and they don't have a mic plugged in. It's like, you kind of watched Twitch for the commentary, in my opinion. There's very few things I'd watch on Twitch if they didn't have commentary. Very few things. I'm gonna do my best to do these signs because there's one up there and I've always wanted to keep these going. It's actually incorrect because this is actually yeah. I don't know why that's like it then. Then it's got even a little bit of black carpet up top. I might go around adding these in just because I like the world to have walkability. So if I ever do open this world up and people are allowed to roam around, I'd like the idea that they'd be able to find their way around. Oh yeah, definitely. But then again, I would say I used YouTube for that as well, but I suppose it really depends, personal preference, what platform you go to for what reason. I'm actually going to have to type now, so I'm going to hear some clickety-clacketing. I'm just trying to think. So obviously to the left we have Halfsburg, and this is a good opportunity to know how these are spelled. Because they've all got weird spellings. What else is to the left? You could also say that I'm trying to go for the bigger towns and cities. Olderguard, if you continue on for a long time. Obviously, if you go right, you're gonna come to what should put Inchley, or maybe we should go for Talan first. Talan's probably the better way of going about it. You'll notice that I've spelled all of these in weird ways. And who else should we put in? We should add in... Should we put Inchley? Because I feel you could easily get to Inchley from the way you've just came. So... I'm thinking maybe I'll go for Asher. Even though it's a real while down the road there, I'll probably add that in. If you're wondering why I haven't spoken about Asher... it's mainly because oh shit, have I fucked that up? No, that is right, yeah, because you're coming out from this way, that's your left, that's your right, so that's fine. Even though it kind of does look like it's pointing that way. It's sort of a unfortunate perspective sort of thing. But yeah, that's fine. Asher hasn't actually been built, like there's literally only a marker, so yeah, so then you'd get this side walking down this way, and then you'd get this side walking down this way. Sometimes it can be a bit funny sort of thinking about it that way. Yeah. So obviously to the right is Brondholm, the large city of the server. Gotta add that in, even though it's literally right in front of you. I suppose we could add Varamar, but that is a real ways away. Actually, no, we're gonna go for Tolmer, because Tolmer is at least kind of within the same system. How would you put it? And if you're coming from this way, obviously, if you head left, you're gonna come to Talan, and we probably will add Inchley into this this little sign, simply because going right you could get to it, but going left is the quicker way of getting to it. There we go. Like adding stuff like this, and it's like world building. That's what it really is. So if you were coming from this path destination, place one there. So on your left, we're gonna add in it can't assume you come from Brondholm, so we're gonna put Brondholm in there. Then should we also put Talan? I feel if you're coming from the south, I suppose we put on the other side. Maybe it'd be interesting to put something else. But at the same time, maybe we'll put Archwood. But then again, Archwood's not really a big place. We'll put Tolmer again. Just almost consistency's sake. Then to your right, you have Halfsburg. And that's to the right. And then you'd also have Oldergard, I suppose. Oldergard's not too far away. And pop that in there as well. There we go, so that's one of our signs set up. So it's literally like they're really quite close, you can see one from the other. But at the same time, it's kind of nice, like when you come to these crossroads, having the ability to figure out where you're going. I'll probably be adding quite a lot of these around the place. I mean, I would add another one there, but I don't really think it's necessary. I mean, come on. There's only so many of these you can add in before it starts getting annoying. Yeah, it's just little quality of life sort of things like that I like adding in when I'm doing these relaxing sort of laid back streams. Nothing too bad. Oh, it was loud music where you could not hear the game's streamer and they ignored chat. Oh no. No, 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 no. If there's one thing that you really need to do when you're on Twitch, really, for experience, you have to talk to chat, honestly. Honestly, I get annoyed, like I said, I really like Dark Souls, and I watch a streamer called Happy Hob, and don't get me wrong, I love the guy, he's brilliant. But when you're trying to communicate with him, or say something funny, or even if you like subscribe to him, like I am, and he misses your notification for like half an hour or something like that, it's like, fair enough, he has like 2,000 people watching him at any one time, but it's like, there's always that sort of, I wish I could sort of have a bit more direct contact. That's why I find it so fun to go looking for smaller streamers. Like, personally, I think Endless, like, from what I've seen, his streams tend to get about 20 viewers at a time for the most part. I'm talking, so I'm kind of walking back and forth. I really like this trail, by the way. I don't know why I like this path. But he gets about 20 people at any one time. And I think that's a really, really good number. Because he still has the ability to really read the chat and that, but also it's like, it's enough people to sort of have a community feel. That's really what that's really the sort of channel you can watch, you know, and enjoy, I feel. Interact with and get a lot out of it. I mean, obviously you can get the same sort of feeling from an even bigger channel than that, as well as an even smaller channel than that, but no, he's got a good thing going. I admire that. Just trying to find the bone meal so I can fertilize some of these trees. Sometimes they have a bit of difficulty coming in here. Oh no, I actually have poker. like a poker channel as one of my followed channels, simply because like I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know how to play poker. But I just started watching it because it was like Poker World Series just came up as the homepage, and it's really quite entertaining. Like I've not a bloody clue what's going on half the time, but it's actually quite a good watch. Ugh, I don't think I'm ever gonna get this tree to grow. Maybe if I just prune back the mountain just a tad bit more. Come on. There we go, got it to finally spawn. And I'm going to add the grass back in as well. Sort of wrap myself around here. But yeah, that's one thing I do worry about my own streams sometimes. Sometimes I wonder, are they a bit boring? Because I don't have any music on. Like I said, I upload all these to YouTube afterwards, so it's like, don't want to get copyright strike or something like that. Or not only that, but it's like Christ, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. But I'm sure you know what I'm trying to get at. It's like, should I add music? Is my voice enough to really carry the stream? I suppose it's alright for these sort of streams, simply because it's just Christ, it's literally late night or incredibly early morning. You don't really need to be in your face about things. And don't need to be too energetic either. Yeah, it's good to see him over here. I mean, it's always nice interacting with people. That's what's really nice about it. Yeah. Yeah, the voice seems to be enough. That's one of the things I have been thinking about trying to get. There should really be one. I have been thinking about getting a webcam. You know, just nothing too fancy, but just something nice that I can pop my face in the corner. And the thought to this is always the fact that people are drawn to faces. Like, I feel people's attention is much more easily garnered when you have a person's face on the screen. It's just kind of how humans work. But at the same time, it's kind of like, is it more of just, would I be doing it just because I think it'll get more viewers? Is it really worth it? You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, it could be fun. I'm sure it would be. The only problem is then I'd actually have to clean up a fly every now and then. I joke, it's not that messy, I promise. Oh, hello. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, jeez. Why would you do that to me? Yep, my headphones. And don't worry, it's honestly not that loud, but sometimes I can't hear Obi-Wan Kenobi being like, hello there, and then I just get Shrek fucking shouting. It's like, oh Christ, right out of the blue. Yeah, I'm mostly adding in this oh, what do you call it? The fauna, or is it the flora? I can't remember which one's which. Pretty sure it's the fauna. Actually, now I think about it, I'm only adding this in because I don't know, it makes things look a bit more natural. Seems a bit weird when you have just flat grass with nothing on it. Honestly, don't know why I haven't added this in earlier. I mean, yet again, it does look a bit weird with all the flowers and stuff like that. Sometimes I think the flowers are a bit much, but if you're really bothered by that, I suppose you can always come back and take them out. Prune your garden a little bit. Yeah, there we are. Nice and easy. I suppose I'll get the other side, but I'm too lazy for that. Yeah, it's too lazy. Too lazy. Just quickly take the side here. I should probably go and build something, to be honest. Like I said, I spend too much time doing this sort of nonsense, like giving it the tiniest little bit of detail, and then not actually doing anything. I suppose sometimes it's like I said, I love cruising about throughout the world, just gazing at scenery. Like this is one of the few areas in the game where I actually think I've made decent looking scenery as you come up into the valley here. Yeah, true that. Like it's like sometimes the reactions are really what makes it. You know, that's why I think I mean there's nothing that I really do that requires a camera, let's say that. Then again, not much does, but I think I do think having a like a webcam would, I think it would improve the quality, make things a bit more friendlier. You know, it's like I said, some people might come into the stream, you know, and it's like, say I'm doing Papers, Please. I mean, it's always a bit more welcoming when they've got a lovely bright face to see. Obviously I'm gonna have to like hire someone to be that face or something, you know. Can't have people looking at my ugly mug. Ooh, aye. There we go. Literally just adding this in for the sake of it. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, yes it is. Ah. I'm trying to think what I could go on to. What could I get over and build? Christ, I'm doing literal like plant work here. I was doing the signs. The signs isn't too bad. At least the signs are useful in a sense. But next I'll be building some mountains. To be honest, that's probably what I should focus on, considering how long that stuff takes. I think if I actually showed everything I did on this world up until now, like quite a lot of time would be showing you me building mountains and such. Yeah, true that. It's like I said, I mean, I've not played the actual main campaign for Papers, Please in ages. Like, I've just been doing the perfection challenge. I mean, maybe I should play the game, but actually play through the campaign every once in a while, because Jesus. Oh, we got so close to that record tonight, and oh, that was gutting. That truly was gutting. Don't get me wrong, I've got an eternity to be it, but it's like, oof. So close, yet so far. I quite like this I like sort of like this wall design. It's really simple. It's just cobblestone wall and some leaves. It's weird, I'm sort of floating but not. It's like a really simple way of having like I usually use the jungle ones as well. It's what works best for my texture pack. It looks somewhat natural. I like that about it. It's different from just having like a literal flat wall going all over the place. Adds a bit more character, randomness even. Oh dear. Can't be putting bushes everywhere. Up there, down here, over there as well. Do tell me if the actual sound effects are too loud. I mean, I don't want to be turning everything down, otherwise it's literally just going to be me talking at some point. But it's quite loud for me for some reason. I don't know if that's just because I didn't bother turning my headphones down. Could be, could not be. Who knows? But yes, this is sort of the rubbish I get up to when I'm bored. Just building a essentially what's a fence. It's a fancy fence. But I'm telling you, it is worth it. For the effect it does give, it's a really nice sort of a way of splitting things off. It looks especially nice over in the crop fields way over there. But I was hoping to sort of give this pathway into Talan a bit more life, a bit more of a feel to it. Don't know. We'll see how it goes. Probably just finish this little bit off. Because why not? It's got to get done at some point. Might as well do it now while I'm not burdened with everything else. I don't know. But that's the thing, I mean, before I would have been sitting doing this all on my own, you know. Probably would have had music on, something like that. Yeah, something like that. But now I can sit here and have a nice little chat while I do it. But that's the thing though, because it truly is my dream. You know, I can sit and do some of this quite mundane. I'm not gonna lie. I do love my world on Minecraft, but it does. No, that's exactly what I think. I think I did try my best to make sure all the sounds sound okay. But sometimes you just get some sounds that just seem really loud. Don't know what it is. Like I said, when I play Minecraft just by myself, I generally have everything turned off. Oh god, that's horrid, isn't it? And I literally just listen to music and that's about it. And that's fine. Yeah, that's good. I could build these little buildings actually. These need to have a little bit more life to them. I'm not sure if I'll do it in the same style. I probably will. I think if I gave them a different style, it'd just be weird looking considering how close they are. Just finish these off, I suppose. So how are we doing these? 2, 2, 1, 1. Nice and simple. But honestly, it would be my dream to get to a point where I'd have enough people who were interested in this Minecraft world that I could be doing something as mundane as building fences and all this sort of rubbish and have, like, you know, 20 people watching that could chat to at any time. Have a lot of fun in streaming that. Like, it almost sounds ridiculous thinking of at this point. There we go. Yeah, just sort of a frame like that, nice and easy. It's all very simple. If there was one thing that I wish, actually I don't know, maybe there is a mod for Minecraft that I could add or something like that, but I don't know how it works on the Windows 10 version. But there just is not enough crops. You've just sort of got to use your imagination sometimes. It's really unfortunate. Good there. Oh yeah, get all the experts. All the experts in. Honestly, there's a lot of people that have seen my world that are amazed by it, right? And I'm really happy that they think that way. But there's nothing really special to it in some ways. It's just figuring out designs that look good. Continue with it, and I'm sure I will get these people who sort of want to have more control, being like, oh no, this is where this should be, this is what that should be called, these sort of things. And don't get me wrong, I'm headstrong enough to basically say, look, you know, this is my Minecraft world. I mean, I'm more than happy to have people come in and suggest things and you know, take as much passion in it as I do. But you know, at the end of the day, what I say is what happens. You know. Christ, I've spent far too much time on this world to let someone else dictate how it's going to end up, you know? I don't mind community style sort of stuff where, you know, maybe I'll put out a poll deciding what, you know, how something might be built, but at the end of the day, I am I reserve the power to veto all. Yeah, just get the frames done to them. It's these designs that are just really quick and easy. And it looks like we're using brown terracotta for this one. Super easy. Oh, I need fence as well, that's fine. Nothing special. Gonna need the half slab as well. Or just slab. There is no half slab. It'd be really weird if there was a half slab. Could probably make some pretty interesting shit with it though. Be cool. Should probably do the roof actually if I'm thinking about it. Right, so we're gonna start off normal and then kind of go into a weirdness as we go up. See if I can't replicate that. So we start off normal, and then I believe we go into the weirdness around about now. Get rid of that. Is it just one? It's hard to tell from here. I think it does go up by a full block, and then we have another full block. Is that how it works? I wish I knew my own designs properly. Yeah, that's how it works. And then we go up by one more. No, just come along the back of the building. Nice and simple. So where are the tangerines in this world? Oh, honestly, it's to a point where when this world was really created, I mean, you have to remember Tangerine is a new persona. It's very it's all new in that respect. Unfortunately, the Tangerines live in a alternate dimension compared to this one. This one's sort of a different universe, I'd have to say. Although I do like that sort of idea. There's separate reality where the Tangerines have their own civilization. Christ. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you've ever been on the website Fiverr, but Christ, I go on there sometimes and I'm terrible for seeing things I kind of want, like artwork done, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. Oh god, I'm too irresponsible with money, that's the problem. Sometimes I get an idea in my head, I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool, and then I break the bank making it happen. Yeah, it's a really simple window design. Yeah, I'll probably get the rest of the roofs as well, because if I get the rest of the roofs, that's pretty much the hard work done. And then if I get bored, I can always come back to it, because sort of the roof design is really where the actual toil is involved. The rest is just sort of filling it in. God, I'm not walking on anything. Why is it giving me that bloody that sound? It sounds like someone's like scraping something together. It's awful. Sounds like a bin lorry's going around the back of my house. Lovely. That's a problem with my my flat currently. It's like it's quite a small one, and unfortunately it sort of backs on right onto the road, and you hear everything. Trust me. There's no escaping. Woo! I'm still amazed by that. Like, honestly, like, it must be chatbots. Because I'm telling you, I used to struggle to get 2 viewers on a consistent basis. You know, in those first, oh Christ, maybe 5 odd streams. And it says I've got 5 people watching, but I'm telling you, it's like, considering what I'm doing, I can't imagine that there are 5 real people watching me right now. It just seems ridiculous in my head. Must be chatbots. Got Commander Root in chat. And Christ, who's the other ones? There's electrical skateboard and electrical longboard. Yeah, I've seen them all in my chatbots. Keeping eyes. Ah, what can I say? Why would I turn free views down? If not for my pride. Yeah, there's no sort of indent. Haven't got to worry about that. Really simple design of buildings, no massive 3D sort of stuff. It's all rather flat, simple, quaint. Really matches what it's meant to be, I suppose. Nothing over the top. Just a home to get things done in. Bring it back over. There we are. Oh, I have just crushed some wheat. Oh dear. Dearie, dearie me. It's about as interesting as it gets there. Oh no, he crushed wheat. However, will he fix this problem? I shall place more wheat. I shall not have it known that I would neglect my own wheat. Add in the rest of the, oh dear. Come on. Come on, stairs. Cooperate. Just got to add in the rest of the roofs and then I'll probably, get away from this area. Because already it's starting to grate on me. It's the problem. I have a short attention span when it comes to sticking to one particular area. It means I've got to keep flying around the world doing new and weird different things. Oh no! Down to 3 viewers. My chatbots, they have left. Oh god. I'm just so adamant there must be chatbots. No one would be watching Minecraft now. Except for you, Agent 17, if you're still there. Jesus. Yeah, I'm just insulting you, that's all I'm doing. Yeah, there we are. Christ. Freezing flames. I don't know if you're taking the piss there. I'm actually quite genuine. Like, I don't know if you're taking the piss, or if I'm just taking that compliment the wrong way. Christ. Yeah, man. No, I'm just building some simple stuff at the moment, pal. Nothing crazy. This is more of a just a relaxed stream. Nothing fancy. Oh, shit. But welcome to the stream. Honestly, I don't know what to say, pal. Honestly, it's really a just low energy stream tonight. Just trying to get some stuff done here. Yeah, Christ. Finally, we found you someone to talk to, Agent 17, except for boring old me. Christ. Freezing Flames. Would you like a tour of the world? I offer this to everyone who comes in simply because I love showing it off. There's a lot more interesting things to see than the barren wastes. Pop, pop. Oh, you do not have realms. It's unfortunate. I haven't really actually had anyone onto this world other than friends, but no worries. I shall give you a tour via the virtual world of Twitch. Right after I have finished off this little roof here. Yeah, there we go. They don't need filler on their roofs. That's for people with money. But yeah, let's get to it. As you can see, I'm just getting done with these nice little hovels here. They're really just farmers' houses. Right next to us is the town of Inchley. Inchley is a nice fortified town. Nice sort of designs here. I quite like the lighter roofs. Yeah. Inchley is sort of just a fortified town that's sort of an extremity of the larger city that we have. Believe it or not, they produce soap here. Don't question this. It's just some nice old soap production. That's all. If I take you down the road, I'm not going to show you Brondholm just yet because Brondholm is the jewel of the server. It's really where the magnificent stuff is. I'm going to take you into the wheat fields and all the fun stuff here. I'm going to take a quick pass by of Talan. Talan is going to be a fortified town. Unfortunately, there's not much to see apart from a nice entrance. Other than that, not much. Perhaps we shall pass by Randleton, and I can show you the world map before we get on to more. Just some interesting designs. Okie dokie. I'm mobile, so I suck at PvP. Christ. Right, if we get onto the world map, my friend, I'm going to show you what we're going to have a tour of. So when we originally started, we were in this little area here. I showed you Inchley. We took a ride up and over the fields, and we ended up at this half mountain here. It's a half mountain because I couldn't be bothered doing the back of it. Not gonna lie. Ain't got time for that. But there's more to see. As you can see, there's this rather imposing looking area here. This is Brondholm. Now Brondholm is where all the fancy stuff is, and we'll get to that in just a second. I do like keeping the best for last. We have Halfsburg. Halfsburg is one of the very earliest things I built in this server, and it's a nice little castle town with a nice fortified wall. It's just on the edge of this large lake here. There's also extremities, so there's Hjalets down here. Hjalets is another rather large city. Unfortunately, you can see by sort of these outlines that I've not quite gotten around to building it yet. There is that. And then, of course, there's loads of little towns just sort of dropped all over the place. We have Talmer over here, Varamar to the north, Thornfield sort of by itself secluded, and what is currently built of Eastfernord. But there is an absolute ton to see. If you want to stick around, I can easily go through pretty much everything. But Christ, we'll just get to the smaller bits to begin with. This is Laura Lewin. This is one of my earlier designs. As you can see, it's really simple with the blocky wool roofs and buttons for decoration. You'll also notice that I very rarely use glass panes. I tend to go with fences. Fences are my preferred type of window. I don't know, I just think it looks good. Not gonna lie. Oh yes, an absolute frick ton of work went into this. I don't know why I didn't just say fuck, but there you go. This world has been going for about 3 years. I originally started this world on Xbox 360 before moving over to Xbox One, and finally onto the Windows 10 version of Minecraft, which we are currently in. So yeah. 3 years rather of work has pretty much went into this. We're going to take the long walk down this hero's path into Halfsburg. I'll give you a sort of an overview of Halfsburg. It's the castle town we're currently looking at. Halfsburg, in terms of lore, is one of the oldest places that in the Grasslands. Obviously, there's not a lot of finished stuff in this world. There's too much stuff to actually finish anything. But you can kind of get what I'm going for here. A lovely castle town with all its extremity buildings here. It's not particularly pretty in the sense that its texturing could probably use a touch-up, but I think the design is solid. Then we kind of come into the harbour. Now, the harbour's really nice. I will say this, by the way. This ship is not my design. Actually, none of these ships are. Quite a lot of the stuff in this world, so the ships, and there's a few buildings actually in the main city that aren't my designs. But I'm just gonna say, like, I had to have these in here. I don't care if they're not my designs, they were beautiful. This one in particular was built by Lord Dacker off of YouTube. Like, trust me, you'll find it. If you look up a tutorial for this, you can build it yourself. It's absolutely stunning. But other than the ships, pretty much everything else here was built by me, off of my own designs. We'll take the roundabout tour, because like I said, I like saving the best for last, rather. Yeah, there's a lot of floating stuff in this world. That's just par for the course when it comes to trying to build stuff on flatlands. We're coming over to Oldergard. Once again, try and keep a unique style. If you ever played Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Shadenhall. Shadenhall is what this building is based off of. That's their interesting design. They have a lovely lighthouse and a massive arena over here. It's a fun one I like to show. It's not got an exterior, but the interior is nice to look at. Loads of seats for just a tiny little circle down there where I imagine men will bare fist fight until one of them can no longer walk. If I take you a quick sort of skim, there's actually a massive lake here which I created this using TNT. Yeah, TNT in a ton of buckets, but yeah, everything has to be done by hand, unfortunately, when you're going off Xbox. I didn't have the pleasure of using stuff like MC Edit, otherwise this would have been a hell of a lot easier. I'm just going to show you Drakehurst. Now, Drakehurst is a little island, a nice little fortification on it. I think the charm of this one is the way I've textured the actual buildings. It just looks really nice to me. Yeah, the people who live in Drakehurst are prone to raiding. They are vicious people, but they do what they do to survive. It's just how they are, it would seem. Now, continuing on, we're going to cross the Great Lake until we come to the other side, and we're going to follow a path up to the Runic lands, where we're going to run into Valen and Pit Hill. Now, the Runic people are not the same sort of people, if you get what I mean, as the people who live in the Grasslands. While they are definitely civilized, very civilized in their sense, they have technology and such, they are quite imperialist. They do like to expand. So, basically, you best hope you're not their neighbours. Yeah. So we're reaching Valen. Valen is sort of like a town on a marsh. That's why there's loads of little islands and all this water that's going to be running through it. Quite a nice townhouse design I've got going on here. I like it. You can kind of see where the modular design comes in, just a little bit hanging off the side of each of these buildings, otherwise it's all the same sort of design. This nice little tower I've got going on here. Looks a lot nicer from the side, strangely enough, than it does from the front. It's just kind of how it works, I suppose. And it's a lovely little adjoint here. Now if we continue on, we shall come to Pit Hill. Now Pit Hill is a big fortification on a hill, if the name didn't give it away. And it's another one of these floating things. I know. One day it shall be a hill. For now it's just a floating mass in the sky. But obviously it's just yeah, it's just sort of a fortification on top of the hill where there's barracks, you know, training grounds, a blacksmith, and then as you come further down the hill you get into sort of like trading areas, and then it'll eventually be residential. It's kind of like an outpost on the Runic lands. I do appreciate that. Yeah, what did it do to become this good? I mean, I suppose I would say it came natural, but trust me, there's nothing here that I couldn't show you how to do. Basically, it's all about finding a method, just persevering. So for instance, a lot of my buildings have the same sort of design structure. You notice that this style of roof, that is a heavy feature. A lot of these have the same sort of design, so it'll have basically squares where I'll stick to 3s or 5s in width, and then I'll make a combination of colours and all these fancy bits. Like, it really is just figuring out a I don't know, a system, you know? Like, there is, apart from very, very specific buildings that are just, you know, ones that I tried to make a bit different, pretty much every building you see will conform to a certain system. There's nothing that's, like, most of the buildings aren't completely wacky, you know? It's all very, similar. Similar but different, and that's what I like about my system. It allows for a lot of variety, even though it doesn't require you to do much thinking. But I'm really glad that you like what you've seen so far, because when we get to Brondholm, I feel that it's going to be the icing on top of the cake, because Brondholm is it's truly, it's weird to say something about a Minecraft world, but Brondholm I'm proud of, you know. Some excellent design in that city, in my opinion. If only they built buildings like that in real life. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're quite a bit out of the way, so we're just travelling back. It'll take us quite a little while to get all the way back. Oh no, creating creative worlds is super fun. Be prepared to put a lot of time into something. If you've got friends, definitely get them on with you. unless they're the type that put lava over everything, in which case better just do it yourself. But Christ, yeah. Do you know what? We're probably just gonna go have a look at Brontholm because oh, there's so much in this world to show you, but no, I've went over it so many times today. I feel like we might as well get to the real good stuff. So as we head into Brontholm here, we're going to be greeted by the Guardian Gate. Now this imposing figure guards over the eastern edge of the city, looks over on Halsberg. Halsberg has a reputation of trying to attack Brontholm, but Brontholm has very much overtaken it in both size and power. So as we pass the Guardian Gate, we come into the old town, I like to call it. So we have buildings such as there's an arena here, sort of like that. There's old apartment buildings, sort of like this function hall. This lovely church. This also wasn't my design, but once again, I wasn't too bothered about taking other people's designs and putting them in my world, simply because well, I didn't plan on showing it off on Twitch. That's the first thing. Second of all is come on, it's beautiful. It truly is. I wish I could remember the guy's name who designed it, but it's truly a work of art in my opinion. Then we have all the fun little designed houses that I have on the side here. Well, like I said, these all conform to my designs. You know, nothing too wacky except for a wee balcony every now and then. And as we come round, actually this is where I kind of deviate. This building here is probably the most wacky I get. Like, it's all just weird overhangs and designs that don't quite match. But at the same time, I think it's quite nice how wacky it is. Even has this weird tower on the front of it. I think it looks quite nice. From the front, it doesn't look too bad. It has a bit of conformity. And almost like a weird wizard's tower. But yeah. Just taking a look around, trying to show you everything. I do like this. I think if this was on a taller tower, it'd look very imposing, but I like the way it ended up. This is also not my design, but it's a very nice centerpiece. Nice little church that sort of sits upon this peak, overlooking the market square. And obviously a town hall. This was another Lord Dacker build, I think. And behind it is a Victorian build, which pretty much look up Victorian Minecraft tutorial, and this will be like the first thing that comes up. I must say though, it's absolutely stunning when it's finished. Other than that, most of the buildings are mine. So this a white beauty here, that is a medical university. It actually does have a little bit of interior, but most of these buildings don't. They're mostly exteriors. And there we are. It's a lovely tower there. Just having a little look around again into sort of like this winding section here. You can kind of see these big towering apartment buildings almost like overshadowing the small winding houses there. Almost industrial like this building. Actually there's iron smelter in here. So I've kind of given some buildings some purpose. And kind of see how they work out. And this one as well. It's an interesting design. Still kind of conforms to how I build, but sometimes you can add in sort of like a weird wacky change like that, and it works. And I suppose we could bring ourselves over to the consulate's area. You got these lovely tower designs. I really like these. Especially that one. It's over quite nice next to this building here, where it's a very you'll notice it's literally the same pattern that goes up, and then I got to the roof and I was like, oh god, I'll just stick on summit. It all turned out for the better, I think. And it continues on. Actually, there's a lovely building. I'll just look aside try and get everything in view for you. This lovely building here, I really like the design of it. It's actually a theatre, and it does have a slight bit of an interior. I tried to actually make it look like a theatre. So obviously you get your pews, and then the stage there. You probably get your best view from up here. Yeah, like I said, most of these buildings only are exterior. Not really much interior to talk about, but yeah, nice and fun. If I continue on, I still haven't shown the building I most enjoy, simply because despite being unfinished, it is it is something to behold in my opinion. I'll kind of head over this way again. I'm specifically not looking too much left, not to spoil it. You can see the massive tower there. It's like, I don't even know what you could call it. It's almost got a steampunk sort of style to it in my opinion. I don't know, but it's really towering. I like it. All these buildings here, this massive it's just a massive apartment complex essentially. It doesn't have like a decorated interior, but it does have an interior that has a design to it. Basically, I like to know how many rooms these buildings have. But I'm gonna go sort of a roundabout because I want to approach the next building from the front, simply because this building is the how do I put the coup de grace? Is that a correct phrase? I don't know. I never put too much effort into learning foreign languages, unfortunately. Sometimes I wish I had. Could be really interesting. But I'm going to show you the cathedral. Now this is the main cathedral of the city. And like I said, despite being unfinished, I'm really proud of its design. And ta-da! Originally, this cathedral was actually going to be designed off of the cathedral in Cologne. If you were to look up a picture of that cathedral right now, you'd realise that that plan went completely out the window. I just ended up going with my own sort of design. It gets a lot more wacky when you come round to the side. Obviously you have your big centerpiece window. I really like that. And sort of the windows on the side. You come round into this weird circular tower. I think originally there was no tower there, but I think it looked too bare, so I sort of added it in. And Christ, I think it works. You've got even more massive towers sort of expanding over into the horizon. Unfortunately, I haven't got a design for this large area here yet, but it has to be something glorious. You know, I've got expectations now. I'm really got to make something lovely to put on this sort of area here. And you'll notice it has a curved back, and there'll be like buttresses and windows coming round the back of here. And oof, it truly is a massive thing. It's got quite a nice interior, despite not being actually decorated on the inside. I do kind of like looking at it. The tiny bit strange, the other tower. Are you talking about the sort of like these curved ones? I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about like the sort of how it looks kind of weird having like the smaller tower, the big one. Personally, I really like it, but no, I kind of get that. I think it's like I said, because as this sort of, because you've obviously got these cathedrals are usually in a cross shape, and as you come in, it's sort of, I didn't like the right angle it sort of came in at, so I thought I'll add something weird in there just to give it a bit more interestingness. It's not a word, but I like it. Interestingness. Oh, Screw it, it can just be a word for today. Why not? But yeah, you have pretty much seen the extents of this server. Obviously, like I said, there's loads of little bits and bobs strewn all over the map, but Brondholm is certainly the most developed of all the settlements. Think of it as you will. Oh dear. I'm actually trying to remember, is there much of an interior to this church? I'm sure there would have been somewhat an interior. Nothing special though, just sort of like a chandelier. You know, pews and some sort of area to preach from. Other than that, there's not really going to be much, is there? Looks sort of strange on the inside. But then again, like I said, I'm not an interior designer. I like building the outsides of buildings, but when it comes to the inside, that's when I just cannot be bothered anymore, unfortunately. Oh, just having a look around, why not? Suppose we might as well take a wee detour, because hell, I've got all night. Can take a wee look over towards Hjalets. Take the long scenic route. We'll pass by Haydenborough here, and it's a weird pink church. There's a lot of churches around the place. I think I've said that before. I'm not particularly religious, but I do like the designs of churches. It's got some good architecture, at least. And another one. As we pass by Camille. Camille is quite a fertile land. Loads of crops being grown around this place. If we just follow this river here, this will eventually take us to Hjalets, which is a large trade city. Yeah, I suppose there can also be a sort of beauty to building a dirt house in some senses. I remember the first time I ever played Minecraft and I was on a survival world, and I had this really cool sort of building built into the sand, because, you know, I just sort of spawned in a sand biome and I thought, Christ, I don't want to get blown up by creepers. So I pretty much just dug in, and then my tunnels became larger and larger, and eventually I put roofs on these tunnels, and it was just some weird sort of maze, but with a roof on it. So we're in Hjalets now. It's got some pretty cool centerpiece buildings like this one here. There's also the Parliament building for this sort of area that has a really nice design, where it's sort of four corners, its courtyards, and its main square. I really do like the design to the front of it though. It's really nice. Oh dear. Yeah, you're not that bad at building. Oh Christ. Yeah, don't worry, I wasn't implying that. Oh dear. Yeah, you got all these flat roofs and Hjalets. It sort of suggests that this place has a bit of a warmer climate than some of the more northern cities, and I do like that. Yeah, it's just all about colourful design, wackiness. But you can see all the outlines. These are representing where buildings will be eventually. So Jesus, there's quite a lot of stuff to get to. And I'm sure you saw them, but I didn't comment on them. They're essentially just apartment buildings. What can I say? I like having a lot of people hanging around, despite there being absolutely no one here. It's just empty buildings for days. Well, we'll go have a look at Sam, because I don't know. Sam's got some interesting designs. It's just like a fishing and marketing town. It's one of the last places I actually built something interesting, simply because I was doing sort of like a stream on how I design buildings, and yeah, it's got some nice interesting designs. It's a weird sort of building here with this underwalk, and I really like this building, sort of like the white and black. And then we have this one, which is actually the one I did build on stream, with this nice little tower there. I think that's nice. And you come around to the side and it's got its wee companion. But truly there is oh Christ, there's not all that much to show. I suppose it's one of these places that really there's too much dead space and not enough life in it, unfortunately. Once you get past Brondholm and some of the more interesting places, you get to places like Sam, where there's a few interesting buildings, but mostly you have to rely on lore. One day that I really hope it will be interconnected and you get some really interesting designs. You could walk through the entire world and never feel like you're just in a barren waste, you know? That is truly the dream. But until that day, we will be forever trying to make the places look better and give them more interesting designs to work with. If we do head up the river, though, we come to Mayhole. And Mayhole is sort of similar in a sense. Not too many interesting things to see, but Mayhole used to be a place of great power. It's unfortunately fell into a bit of disrepair, and you can kind of tell that disrepair from the sort of defensive wall it has around it. It's sort of crumbling away. The old tower here, sort of Norman-esque. And obviously these row houses sort of developed in a little inn and interesting little townhouse there, probably for whoever controls the area. Little Lord's Manor. I was thinking probably I would continue the settlement onto the other bank, because I don't know, I felt it would be a bit weird having just such a small little town. Maybe it'd be nice to have the other side have like a market area or something like that. Just something to give it a bit more life. But unfortunately you can't really get into the smaller details, like giving the streets sort of interestingness, like little carts and stalls. Can't really get into that detail until you've really planned out everything else. It really is something you have to get onto. And I suppose we could continue up. Oh, honestly, pal, Donkey. Oh, thank you. Was that a lovely follow from you, my friend? Thank you. Freezing Flames 1 for the follow. I do hope you've enjoyed it so far. It is my simple and humble Minecraft world that I have spent far too much time working on. Let's put it that way. I probably will continue to work on this world in future, and no, you're more than welcome to pop by. I mean, it's been great having you in. It's given me excuse to run over everything I've built so far. I mean, I spend far much more time in this world just looking at things I've already built and building new stuff, so not much a change there. You've just given me an excuse to show it all over again. I hope you've enjoyed yourself at least. Am I babbling on now? I can see in the chat there. Yeah-huh. Uh-huh. I'm like that family member at the dinner that you just can't get away from. Just keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Nah. And don't worry yourself, we're sort of getting to the more dry areas where it's just getting back to some plain old building. Aye. But don't trouble yourself if you want to go. It's fine. I won't hold it against you. No, you can never leave. You must watch my stream forever. 24/7, preferably. If you have other accounts, I'd also prefer if you watched me with them. We're gonna take a quick run. Run up to the north where we're gonna see East for Nord. I don't think we covered East for Nord. Some nice designs up there. I think I might build a few actually when we get up there. And there we are. Yeah, East for Nord's got sort of these upper class sort of houses. Sort of ones that are fun to design, really. Like I said, I use the same sort of design method. Can't really Oh, you wish that Realms was permanent. Not too sure what you mean by that. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's not permanent or not. I don't know how it quite works. All I know is that I tend to use it just so I can get on PC. But I do know that if you're on Xbox, you can download the maps. So even if your realm was to fade away, unfortunately, you should be able to download it. Save you a lot of hassle and a lot of grief for all that time lost, huh? Maybe we should have a go at building this corner house. Somewhat similar to the one across here. Sort of that similar design. I do like the townhouses. Might be a difficult one to get in though. Maybe we should add something interesting. And give it a go. See what we come up with. Just start off nice and basic. There we go. There we go. Bring that back around. Get a nice curve going. Well, I do have a YouTube channel, but no sellouts. I feel like that's the wrong thing to do. That's a good thought. I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, guys, don't feel bad about sharing your YouTube channel on here. It's not exactly a sellout. I'm not paying you. No, Christ. No, if you have got a YouTube channel, absolutely feel free to share it. Always like a good nose onto someone else's stuff. I mean, Christ, I have a YouTube channel. It's much the same as you would imagine. Yeah. I think the ground is starting to envelop our building here, but might just get away with it. I think we're gonna go for actually a wooden, sort of a wooden filler at the bottom. Maybe go a bit more colourful as we go up. That's usually the the way I tend to go about it. If you go for a wooden base, it's always good to go for some nice lovely colours up top. And try and follow this as best I can. Down the bottom there, down the bottom there. Nice and easy. And obviously once you're done, you can always take a look back at it, make sure everything's looking okay. Well, it could certainly look a lot worse, couldn't it? I think as we continue up here, we'll probably want to change. Do we change to wood? That would be the usual method. Perhaps I'll think of something different. Maybe I could get away with turning it into stone bricks, going for a bit more of a drab look here. A bit more grey. Had the life flushed from it. That'll sort of contrast how bright it was meant to be. Oh well, there goes that idea. Right at the window. Whew. And continue that up. I think the toughest part, you need to make sure that you stick to sort of these modular type things if you go for mass sort of designs. Because without the 3 gap, you need that middle space for the window. That's really how it goes. If you don't keep that middle space, there can be no window, and if there's no window, it's like, ugh. Don't know if I want to live in a building that doesn't have a window. I'd probably go that way. Yeah, there we are. Is that turning out okay? Yeah, you could probably get away with that. Yeah, that's fine. And probably add the half slab at the bottom there as well. Nice and simple. What do I get rid of? Maybe the fence for now. Nothing too ridiculous. Go. No, that's not looking too bad. I might want to add a few embellishments though, just at the bottom here to really make that area where it changes over stand out. Well, it was good having you on. If you do happen to pop by a stream, I'll make sure and notice and say hi. Make sure you do the same. But no, it was great having you on. I'll hopefully see you next time. Yeah, that looks much better when you have the sort of the embellishment there. Quite nice. And just let me switch over nice and quickly so I can get rid of some weird notifications I have going on. Oh yeah. Oof. Now it's just thinking of the palette that I want to go for. Like, originally with this sort of design, I was it's kind of weird what I was going for. I go for this sometimes. It's like a really tall sort of design. So pop some of there, just to give us that. I'll have to do the same here. It can be a bit strange when you're trying to go around corners. Corners can be a right pain, but sometimes you gotta deal with the messiness. Yeah, there we are. And something to the side here, perhaps. Yeah, there we go. And once again, maybe I'll just come across nice and easy like that, and then break it in the middle. Yeah, I was thinking something weird like that. So you'd have the Sort of like another break in the design. And then it'd be a very large window, and then maybe one more layer, but it could get really tall if I keep that as one design. It's gonna look really imposing. I don't want to make it too tall though, unfortunately. Would love to make a massive building out, but it wouldn't be quite fitting for where it's situated. But if I do happen to create a design that looks really cool, I can always sort of reincorporate that into a bigger building later. Yes. And just like that. I'm wondering if it might be really nice with like a white filler. Can be hard to tell. Might just want to get all this this would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be about here that it starts to come back on itself. So yeah, very strange. Gets the job done though. Oh Christ. I have probably been streaming for a lot longer than I would have planned to. A lot longer. Good morning. How are we, Luta? Well, I'm not gonna lie, it certainly should be morning. Unfortunately, I was having a little bit of trouble sleeping, so I decided to waste my life playing Minecraft. Oh, that sounds too negative, doesn't it? There we go. Those nice designs going. Good stuff, yes. I don't know, I say that phrase way too much. It's kind of sticking now. The more you bring attention to it, the more I say it. Looks kind of weirder on the bigger designs, but that's mainly because you can actually see behind them. Certainly got to keep it going. See how that works out. I might want to give the bottom just a little bit more support, just so it looks like it can carry what's above it. You never want things looking a bit too weak. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to double up on this side as well. There we go there. Oh god. But I live in the UK. Well, yes, it is morning. Just not really got much sleep, unfortunately. Yeah, it's 9 AM here. I probably will need to get off the stream and actually do something today. But what can I say? I decided to pop onto Minecraft just to pass the time, build some interesting buildings. Yeah, if we have a wee look at that again, just give that bottom a bit more of a structured feeling, so it doesn't feel so so weak. I was thinking a white filler, but I don't know if the white's gonna look too good when it maybe you could try something else. I would go for grey, but I've done a lot of grey already. When did I play Minecraft to drain the time? I'm not quite sure what you're getting at there. Don't know, I've been playing it for hours now. Christ, how long will the stream be going? Keep forgetting to check. It's probably been going for way longer than I should have bothered. Christ, 3 hours going on. Jesus. Oh well, could be worse. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll get one more story in, but could be a right odd one. Actually, maybe a green would look really good there, like a really dark green. Sort of similar. I think there's a green house on the side here. Yeah, sort of similar to that color. I don't know if there's like a darker green. But green, like a dark green, could look quite nice. Green wool. Green concrete. Lime green. Oh, that's that's being adventurous there. Christ. I always like to look at terracotta a little bit better because it's a little bit more well, Christ, I'll try the lime green. We'll see how it looks. It might look a bit too wacky for my taste. That's the problem. You can get away with wacky sometimes, but sometimes it just looks a bit too out there. Can be good to try things though. Never hurts. Oh, come on. Oh dear. They like to disappear on me. That's kind of what happens when you play on a server. No fun at all. Oh Christ. Yeah, dark blue could certainly fit in. I don't know, the lime green's not bad. It's certainly colourful, what can I say? Do we have an opinion on that? Is it yes or no? It's not terrible. You can see the sort of colours I went for. It's like dark green, white, sort of more wooden colours. But the wackiest I go is maybe a red. It's not too bad. I think I used dark blue on one of the buildings round this way. Looks kind of funky. Ooh, through the alleyway. And our dark green there. Don't generally use lime green too often, not gonna lie. Oh dear. I might want to try the dark blue instead. Yeah, what colours are dark blue? We got the blue concrete, that'd be really dark. The different types of wool there. You gotta think to yourself. This is the this is decision time. Go for like pink or something. No, pink could be fun. Oh, you're going to eat. Well, have a good one. I don't know, it's kind of weird. How do you say, yeah. Have a good time eating. It doesn't sound right. Can't be done. Breakfast. Well, have a good breakfast. While I sit here and try and figure out what the hell colour this building should be. Hmm. Well, I would definitely say it's an F. The V kind of I don't know, adds a bit of excitement to the word. Yeah, I would definitely go for F in most situations. V's probably better if you're trying to confuse people. um, do you know what? I'm actually reconsidering the whole. Maybe I should go for white, but if I do, I might go for, let's say, a smooth sandstone. Maybe see if that actually looks okay. Christ, now I've got to spend all this time getting rid of the lime green I added in. Don't know, the lime green just looks a bit too funky for me. There we go. Yeah, good old breakfast. Could be like a convention for eating breakfast. Because that's the thing, the word fast usually is tied in with not eating, so Christ, what were they thinking? Oh god, get rid of this. Maybe one day there'll be a building that can enjoy lime green. I don't know, do I have a building that's already in lime green? It's just such an odd one. I'm gonna try the sandstone here, see if that actually does work or not. Ah, break the fast. But come on, man, you're meant to be sleeping. It's hardly a fast. Unless people back then in ye olde English just stayed awake all night like I do. In which case, no, I couldn't agree with them more. Could certainly do with some food. Yeah, after I'm done with this building, I'm probably going to be going off anyway. Christ, I have spent far too much time streaming. Get rid of that. Christ, as far as I know, this white's going to look even worse than the lime green. Ooh, no, I kind of like that. That actually does work. I think if it had been plain white, it wouldn't have been so nice, but I do like the texture it's kind of got. Yeah. I do like that. Christ. And then we can add in some fancy old windows. I wonder if I'll get away with doing this. Oh dear, come on. No, come back to me. Come back to me. It's kind of have to weird, you have to sort of offset it on these ones. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, what can you do? Oh yeah, no, that works fine well. It's not too weird looking. Might look a bit nicer when I've done all the little bits and bobs that just sort of add to it. Yep, and yipperoon. Although I could have it to be the same sort of design as this, where it's just like a single story building, and then you kind of have the roof. That's kind of the easier way to go around it. No, I've not really gotten much sleep, but then again, I maybe overslept this morning. My thinking was to get a nice siesta this afternoon. Do I continue up one more? Oh dear. Yeah, Christ, I mean, getting you out. It's when the cat sort of comes onto your lap and just falls asleep. It's like, can't do anything now. If I move, I might wake the cat. I'm just gonna have to sit here for the rest of eternity. Because boy, when cats go for a nap, you know, there's no knowing how long they'll be gone. I'm really torn on this one, whether to give it another story or not. Actually, what I think I might do is I'm going to keep it one story, but I'm going to put an embellishment on it. And this might look absolutely horrid, but I'm going to give it a go. Right, so we came up by, no, we'll come up by 2. Then we'll go up by 1.5. Then we'll go up by, oh, can never get that. And we'll go up by 1. A slabberine. Oh, come on, a slabberino. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that's gonna curve okay. Probably don't want that there. Probably keep it as 1. Sort of like that. If I can do that, get that away. Yeah, it's a bit better. And this one will be up a little bit. Or will it be? Maybe this one. Be like that. Yeah. Or no. Or no. Okay, look. Christ. Yeah, you gotta get them into good habits, really sort of positive reinforcement. That'd be the word. Try and get this one up a bit more. Oh dear. There we go. That's kind of weird how it sort of goes up by 1 more after that. Let's see if that works for the better. Does that look okay? That's not a bad curve. Certainly not a bad curve. Definitely have that come down 1 more. There we go. And that one there. Right. Now I've got to decide if that looks too weird all of a sudden. I'm not sure if it just looks weird because it doesn't have any filler in there. At the same time, it's hard to tell. I think it might look okay. I'll add in the filler, and then we can decide from there. Get rid of the slab there. There we go. It's Kind of weird adding the filler though, because it's sort of like a slanting roof. Can't really do it properly. There we go. Right, does that look weird or does it look good? Yeah, it probably goes a bit far up on that second one. So I'm gonna bring that down a touch. So if we really only brought it up by 1, that's how we're gonna go about it. And do it again like that. Does that look more normal or weirder still? Maybe if I keep it even more slight in how it's curved. Maybe like that's a bit more normal. Yeah, that's looking a bit more tame. Probably better there. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's not too bad. Probably stick with that. And obviously we can add in the embellishments that just sort of make it look a little less barren up the top there. Yeah, probably not adding that one. And then we can add in the plain old roof, which I think is actually just going to be in yeah, try and add this up nice and easy. Oh dear. Just gonna do a nice 45-degree and then sort of slant it all the way up. Should be nice and easy to figure out. And we have got the little back bit there. Usually it is the back that's the more difficult bit to figure out. If we sort of work that out, so it's a 5, so it will be that middle one we stop on. Yes, this one. And then I would just sort of be figuring how to connect these two. Right, so I'll bring this one up. Yeah, it's these sort of curved roofs that have an odd sort of backing to them. These are really the most difficult to actually figure out. Most of the time, if you just muddle through, it's not too bad. You just sort of got a guesstimate. Alright, that one's actually stopped just before. Hadn't realised that. It wasn't high enough. And then I'm assuming maybe get away with that. Obviously we'll need to bring the roof up to see if it really sort of works out like that, because it always doesn't. Never usually works out perfectly. We're going to give this one a nice light coloured roof. Just something nice and easy there. And what I've noticed is that sometimes when you're doing these roofs, you'll try and curve them perfectly almost. Sometimes it's just better to do them incredibly simply. Like this. Yeah, it's not too bad. Just working out that curve. That should be okay. Oops. we'll see how this goes. This could be a total mess of a roof. It can be really hard to tell sometimes. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the last two. Okie doke. This one I might want to curve round just so it covers that up. Oh shit. That one there. And figure out from here. And get out the half slab, so we're going to be in this colour now. Where are we? There we go. So we got a half slab out. And you just fill in the little gaps as well. It couldn't be any more simpler really, could it? Yeah. It is nice when you can sort of get a flowing roof, but you can see I sort of had trouble here, and that's just where I sort of put it up like that. Sometimes it's a bit easier to just start off using that style and seeing where you get. Like if we curve round like that, be really easy. Did we go for another one on this side? Yes, we did. And then we curve round on this bit. I think I might have went a tad far on that one. Okay, so this one's obviously got to push back. There's sort of got to be a curving bit behind it. And then we really got to figure out how much that curves up by. Sort of like that, isn't it? I mean, it's not difficult. Just got to figure that bit out. Simple as that, I would reckon. There we are. It does look a little bit weird, but at the same time I don't think it really takes away too much. Strange way, I kinda like it. And Christ, I'm not putting anything in the right place now. Just bring that around. What I might do is I might curve this sort of around the back. Is that what I did on the other side? Honestly, not Scooby. Yeah, I think that kind of makes it match up a bit more. Maybe give it a bit of an extra tail there. And that way, if you view it from the side, hopefully it doesn't look really weird. Looks a tad weird when you view it from the side, but nothing monstrous. Nothing monstrous. It's really just adding in the last few bits, and we should be done. I can finally get to doing the things I need to do today. Stop being so procrastinating. I really got to take a look up here. We're actually going to make it back there. It can always be a trouble. You've sort of designed your roof and you realise, ooh, that doesn't work. Yeah, just got to work this back now because it's not actually curving. Give that a little bit of a bend there. Almost sounds like they've added in sort of like a creaking effect. It's like I'm thinking it might be like sheep or something, but at the same time it's kind of like I swear it's like a creaking effect, but it's incredibly off-putting. Just annoying, really. Oh no, that kind of works out perfectly. Now that I see it. That's nice. Yeah, it's a perfect sort of curve around there. Nah, that works out really well. Still got an odd bit of a ripple in the roof there, but we'll see if that's really killing it. Looks a tad funny, not gonna lie. But I don't think it's enough to really break it. Like, you could perhaps smooth it out if you tried to go for like slabs, then full blocks rather. If you get what I mean, it kind of smooths it out, but it can be really difficult to get that smoothness really in there. Especially like areas like this, you need to sort of get that. And you can kind of see where I'm going with it, but it can be difficult to smooth that out. Yeah, just got to keep a eye on that. Should be like that, wouldn't it? I'm getting confused with my own design here. Just kind of wanna walk up there. Yeah, that should be a half slab. That's what it is. I'm not sure if that just sort of works its way up then. I mean, Christ, this is meant to be my own design here I'm trying to build. And I can't quite figure out what I'm doing. I'm too busy trying to smooth out a stair that doesn't need smoothing out all that much. Okay, that kind of does a little bit of a job that it's meant to do, but it's always going to have a bit of a funky look to it, it would seem. Yeah, it definitely smooths out that area. Still got to get this ripple out the top area there, so I'll probably continue that up. Obviously I need to bring this in, so this one will probably need to be a full block, and then that one is already a full block. See, so this one needs to be a full block, and this one will need to be a full block. So like I said, I'm just trying to get out the ripple. There seems to be a big ripple up the middle there, and it'd be really nice if that was just a little bit less obvious. Ooh, no. Can't afford to have that in there. I think I've just moved the ripple, that's what's happened there. It'll be a bit funny there if I change that back to a stair, just so I can remember what's going on. Yeah. It doesn't look too bad, but slightly wish it was less ripply. If it was less ripply, it'd be a bit better. I might curve this one round. That might help out a little bit with the trouble there. Yeah, but other than that, not too bad, not too bad. I don't mind that roof. Could probably do a bit of work, but other than that, also got this. These stairs are a lot more prominent on the other side. I think it's because on this one I have one here as well. So you sort of got the 1, 2, 3 with the 2 on the side. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 with the 2 on the side, and then there's one up as well. Oh dear. Sometimes you just have to deal with asymmetrical roofs and all these odd bits and bobs. But jeez, oh, I need to get away. I'm loving the Bob Ross emote. Maybe Yeah, Christ, Bob Ross had a method of very easily doing things very quickly, didn't he? He can create beauties in seconds, whereas it takes me much longer. Oh god, I'm gonna stop torturing you now, and I'm probably just gonna end the stream there because can't go any longer, can it? Jesus, it's too much. It is too much. Right. Thank you very much for watching, Agent 17. You've been a great company. I think Aluta's gonna come back to an empty stream, but so be it. I'm sure he's got the day ahead of him. Ooh, aye. Well, anyhow. No, not quite like that. That was some fairly poor wording you put there. Oh dear. But no, thank you very much for being along for the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just laid back. You know, doing the usual, pissing about. Hopefully we can get more upbeat, get a few more people in the chat for the next one. If that is later today, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. You're on the Discord now. That is very, very important. I always notify people on there of the upcoming schedule and when I'll be streaming. It always comes up on there, so that's good. But before I ramble on any longer, this shall be my final goodbye, and I hope I see you next time.